Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, The Wealthy Mindset. It's yours truly, Money Making Mitch. And as usual guys, this is not financial advice. Please do your own due diligence and research. I'm doing this video today because of a couple different things. One of the article I'm going to discuss is just rumors for now. It came from Reuters, so I'm taking it with a grain of salt. However, I wouldn't be surprised if it is true, because like I said before, I see huge mergers coming with two Chinese giants already merging, announced in final preparation for merging. The UK, the United Kingdom, reaffirms a ban on petrol and diesel cars by 2030. You heard that right. Except for McLaren, they will be given extra time beyond 2030 to continue making gas cars. NIO, but this is why McLaren is speeding up with that partnership, with being owned by CYVN, and they're going to be buying technology from NIO in order to do so. I spoke about that in one of my videos, giving us generating revenue for us. NIO concludes its offering of 136.8 million shares this morning, and we also spoke about that was coming, raising 4.3 billion Hong Kong dollars. And whoever bought those offerings, they bought them up with the blink of an eye. They did not even think twice. While others are panicking and selling, which is, like I said before, expected of them, the 99%, the illiterate sheep, the cattle that reacts according to the news. The huge investors, the 1%, cannot wait to buy more shares of NIO. So that's exactly what I will be doing this morning with the panic again, as Donald Trump reaffirms that he's not backing away from tariffs in order to try to make America great again. So in doing so, all of the European countries and Mexico, Canada, they all pivoting back towards China. And we saw that recently where the news came out where Europe are in talks again about tariffs and putting tariffs against Chinese EVs, because they know they will be crushed, because they will have to pay tariffs to sell their goods in America. And now by imposing tariffs on China, China will reciprocate and is already reciprocating against Europe. No one will win. This is a very disastrous situation. But it is helping, like I said, push the world back into China's arms, the trading world. And we should see us benefiting greatly, because China, I just saw China just built, completed, and it's in operation now, a power plant in Iraq for the Iraqi people using local labor. And it's powering over, I think it's 1 million homes or whatever it is, a gas power plant. Even with the opposition of America, they went ahead and built it for the Iraqi people. So CATL, this just came out again, CATL, the world's largest battery manufacturer, the same CATL who just invested heavily into NIO battery swapping business, is discussing acquiring a controlling stake in the power unit of the Shanghai-based EV maker NIO. Is this a bad thing? No, this is not a bad thing. This is according to Reuters. If this is true, then we should see the power business of NIO expand at an even faster rate, because CATL has a lot of cash on hand, guys. We should see dividends being paid out even faster than I projected. We should see mergers coming at an even faster rate than I expected. It says Reuters reported on Monday, citing 4 people familiar with the matter. The report follows last week's departure of NIO's VP of NIO Power, Shenfei, who leads now the group's first sub-brand Onvo. So Dr. Shenfei was in charge of NIO Power, and now because of Alan I leaving, Shenfei stepped in and is doing an incredible job already with Onvo. I spoke about that in one of my videos over the weekend, where they are already putting an Onvo car in a NIO showroom. This was something that should have been done very early on, but regardless, it's being done now. and the marketing is stepping up to show people that it's not just a battery swappable car, but it is superior to every sub-brand in that segment, to every sub-brand in that segment. NIO signed a partnership with CATL to advance the high-quality development of the new energy vehicle industry by building a battery swapping network for passenger vehicles. Back then, both companies said they would also pursue capital cooperation, with CATL advancing an investment capped at $2.5 billion, $342 million in NIO's energy business. As of Monday, NIO Power operates 3,245 battery swap stations across China. Infrastructure. And I saw England is now speeding up with the electrification infrastructure. Unlike here in America, England is moving at lightning pace now with this new prime minister they have there. NIO Power up, and as China aims to reach between 4,800 and 5,000 by the end of this year, NIO. And they will. Reuters reported that the sources did not disclose the value of CATL's offer under the proposal deal. However, one source said NIO Power was valued at over 10 billion yuan in a 2024 fundraising round. It's more like 10 billion US dollars. But let's go along with them, shall we? NIO and CATL will deepen collaboration on capital and business and further consolidate the strategic partnership to jointly build the largest battery swapping network globally. This is why I'm not panicking. And as the shares drop this morning, Money Making Mitch will be adding yet again. As the sheep panic, I will take some shares off their hands for them gladly. NIO told Reuters in a statement that they're going to be building these swapping stations globally with the help of CATL. William Lee, the founder and CEO of the car maker, said last month that 2025 would be a major year for the expansion of the company's battery swapping network. And in mid-December, China's battery giant CATL announced its battery swapping ecosystem, the Choco Swap stations, which is mainly geared for the lower end segment, like Firefly will be using them in the future, etc., etc. Introducing two standardized battery models. Last December, when asked about CATL's new swappable batteries, William Lee told reporters that the standardized batteries would serve a different segment, sorry guys, I'm reading ahead of myself, than NIO's recently launched sub-brand Firefly. However, the latest partnership, the companies announced that Firefly vehicles will use CATL chocolate battery swap standard and network, allowing the company to save costs on building a new battery swap network for the compact model. So this is genius yet again. And as we see, even our business model going globally now has changed to save money. The distributors will be building the battery swap stations with their money. We will be getting revenue from it as well. And the distributors in all of the countries that we're going globally, they will be buying the EVs from us and then reselling them. This is genius yet again to help us expand with less cost. I hope you guys on a Monday morning found this video to be informational, inspirational, and motivational. If so, guys, don't forget to hit that thumbs up. It takes a lot of time to do these videos and the editing. And if you haven't yet subscribed, you might want to think about doing so, because in this channel, we are waking up the middle class for the first time to get a major piece of the pie from the ground level up as to how the game is played on Wall Street. And like 50 said, we get rich or we die trying, guys.